Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Luke with Premium Aquatics here. Thank you for joining me. Today we are going to be looking at a product that I already have on the system, but it's better. And why is that, you ask? Because it's smaller. And I, personally, am someone that loves smaller equipment that goes in my tank. I hate large equipment that takes up the viewing. I don't want to see that. I want to see my fish. I want to see the corals. I want to do all that. So, today, we're looking at that. I'm excited to show it to you because it's one of my favorite pumps out there. So let's go ahead, jump right into it. Okay, guys, so like I said, this is a piece of equipment that I already have on my system, and I love it, but this one is smaller, so it's even better. And what is that, you ask? The Nero 3. This is by Aquailluminations, one of my favorite pumps because it is such a small, very thin pump. It just has a small footprint that I like. Like I said, I don't like things taking up a lot of room in the aquarium if I can help it. So the smaller these footprints of these pumps and things can be, the better off. So this is the Nero 3, the smallest one out there. It does up to 2,000 gallons per hour, and we're going to open this up and take a look at it. It'll go on the other side, opposite my other Nero 5, which I have. But without further ado, let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open. So inside, it's real simple. There's not much to these. Insert, and we have our pump. Look at this beautiful piece of equipment. Look how small this is. This is the power head. This is so small. It fits in the palm of my hand. I absolutely love how small this thing is. Super easy. This is the magnet. It has obviously an external magnet, which is right here, and then our internal portion that it sits on. So beyond the pump, let's go ahead and take a look at what we get with this. Not much to it. You have your power supply. We have a protector screen. We have mounting pieces like what you get with the Ecotech Vortex. And then you have a manual. So really simple. Comes with not much to it. Very easy to set up, obviously, which we all love. So with the grate, installs extremely easy. There's a little groove right here that's going to be for the power cord. So we just slip that right here on the pump, and we're going to put it on. And that really is all there is to it. Then your magnet's going to sit on there, and that's going to protect from, small, tiny fish in the case of this pump, but for the Nero 5 and the Nero 7 would protect from a little bit larger pump, but things like gobies, that sort of thing, inverse snails, crabs, that could get in there, find their way to get chewed up, or anemones. Anemone's going to be a big one. This is going to really help with that. Still have the possibility of getting your tentacles in there, but a lot better. So I really appreciate that they add a guard into their pump. The other thing that I really appreciate about the Neros is that it is a small footprint, and there are other pumps that have small footprints out there. Absolutely, like the Vortex, really great, has some motor on the outside. The one thing I do really appreciate about this, though, is because it is directional. So, if it's sitting up on the wall, I can adjust this and have the flow angle. Now, it's not a ton, but it's going to be just enough to be able to get just a little bit of control on where that flow is going, instead of it just having it straight out from your wall, which isn't bad, not bad by any means, but I do appreciate the fine tuning that I can do on this to allow it to be directional. And hopefully you can see that. I'll get my face out of the way. So you can adjust it just enough to give it a little bit of angle on what you want to do here, and that just sits on the back, and you can just move your pump around how you want. I think it helps a little bit. If you don't want it going straight out, you want to have a little bit of angle up or backwards, you can do that. And I have done that with mine. So it comes with an inline little controller housing. It has just a push button that you can do the change and enable feed mode. Maintenance on this pump is super simple. All you have to do is twist this back portion, and you'll be able to get the grate off. And then from there, we'll be able to take the impeller housing off and do some cleaning. Simple, just put it back on, twist it so it locks in place, and we're good to go. I absolutely love this pump. It's so small, size of my hand. It's 2.25 inches across and 1.4 with that back magnet here. The other magnet This outside magnet I think is about 0.4 as well, and then has a grip strength of up to 1/2 inch glass or acrylic. So whatever you're doing, 1/2 inch is about the max that it can go to. So really a lot of good options, being able to go all the way up to 1/2 inch still on such a small pump. And I love that how small it is. You can fit this into a lot of nooks and crannies to help any of those dead spots that you might have. This does have the controller like we talked about. However, my favorite, of course, is the app. I have the My AI app, which is how I run my other Nero and is how I'm going to run this one. I absolutely love it because it allows such ease of control on how to set this up. With the modes and that sort of thing, the flow that you want. And I believe in my other video I do have a video on how to set up the pump in the settings, and it goes over a little bit, so I'm not going to go over that again. But it's super simple on setting up. It has 3 modes. I think it's random, pulse, constant. So there's a lot of different options.